Welcome back, everybody. Well, high gasoline prices are affecting the personal economies of everybody, especially workers in Michigan who have been coping with a tough economy for years. Getting people back to work is the #1 issue for voters there, but who can get the job done? Here now for a fair and balanced debate are two Michigan congressmen, Republican Thaddeus McCotter and Democrat John Dingell. Gentlemen, welcome. Great to have you here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congressman Dingell, let me begin with you. The GOP candidates are still arguing over the wisdom of the auto industry bailout. That said, we know that the automakers are posting profits and adding some jobs. What impact, though, do you think high gasoline prices are going to have on any positive gains that have been made so far in your state?
Well, high gasoline prices are going to affect almost everything that takes place. But the primary on Tuesday is going to be a matter of urgent concern to Michiganians, and you will note that the entire Michigan congressional delegation, including my good friend Tad McCotter and Chairman Upton and our new governor, Rick Snyder, feel that the assistance that was given the auto industry was a vital concern, and I think they're pulling in with all of the American people who have this same concern.
But at this point, are there concerns on your part that any gains are going to be wiped out if this continues for the long term?
Well, gasoline prices tend to go up and down like a yo-yo. They will not help anybody. They certainly won't help the auto industry. But the auto industry, by the way, has been doing very well. 200,000 new jobs. Ford, Chrysler, and GM are hiring some 200,000 new workers and are building new plants and putting workers on 3-shift days. And beyond this, we're finding also that the American autos are leading the world. GM is the biggest producer in the world. GM has had the best financial quarter that they've had in years, or in fact that they've ever had. So the bailout was a good thing. We're glad it was done, and we're pleased that the people of Michigan are going to have a chance Tuesday to speak about it.
Well, Congressman McCotter, recent polls are showing that Michigan voters are feeling a bit more optimistic about the future. For the first time in 3 years, Michigan isn't the state with the highest unemployment rate in the country. We've heard about plans to lower taxes on businesses going forward. Do you think that's enough to sustain growth over the long term?
Well, I think first, John's absolutely right. The gas prices are not going to have a beneficial effect, but they do go up and down. And in Michigan, what we've seen and what we're going through right now is a continued effort to make sure that the painful restructuring which occurred within our auto industry continues to allow them to move forward in a globalized marketplace, and they are making progress. We, of course, know there's much work to be done. Tax relief on manufacturers in general, tax relief in the economy in general is going to be a part of what has to be done to make sure that the American economy can remain the economic engine of the world. But I don't think that, as John pointed out on Tuesday, we have to be completely candid about it. None of the Republican candidates right now supported the auto industry's bridge loan at the time, but they do have plans to make sure American manufacturing can continue to survive and thrive in the 21st century.
Congressman Dingell, what are voters in your district right now telling you when it comes to what matters most to them when they plan to cast their votes on Tuesday?
I think this is a very good question because I don't think I've heard much discussion of it amongst the sundry candidates. It's jobs, employment, and the economy. People care about these things, and they're very much worried to see to it that what has been done to help the auto industry, which is absolutely critical in Michigan, are carried forward. And let's remember, the auto industry is a vital concern to the American economy because something like 1 in 7 jobs are affected by the auto industry. But beyond that, if we hadn't done the bailout, we'd be seeing that we would have about 40% unemployment in Michigan.
Well, let me ask you this, Congressman McCotter, in the few seconds we have left. I know you're backing Governor Romney, but critics are saying that he's really alienating many voters in his home state because he didn't support the auto industry bailout. What do you say to that?
Well, I say that none of the candidates that are currently running, any of which could win the primary in the end, supported the auto industry at that period of time. So it's going to be a very difficult argument to make, in all candor, for whoever the Republican nominee is in Michigan. And my colleague John Dingell is right. It's going to be jobs, the economy, and it's going to be preservation and promotion of America's manufacturing base for Michiganders heading to the polls both on Tuesday and in November.
And really quickly, how tough is it going to be if he doesn't win the home state?
I think you're going to continue to see ups and downs.
Seriously hurt him.
Let me ask Congressman McCotter.
Nothing's been dispositive. This is going to be a marathon for all the candidates involved. It's a volatile electorate. They're taking their time to make sure they get the decision right in February, they will in August, and they will in November.
All right, so gentlemen, thank you so much. We shall see what lies ahead. Certainly it's going to be a very interesting outcome come this Tuesday. We'll be all looking forward to that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.